Ever since I bought my S2000, it's always had a crack on the third brake light here, and it's one of those things where you know it's there, it's on your car, it annoys you, and as you can see, water leaks out of it after you've washed it. It works fine, but it's one of those things, it looks a bit unsightly. If you look at it closely, you can't really see it normally until you come up close, but I finally got round to buying a new one, so I'm going to show you how to replace it today. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see this, but there are some cutouts. There are 5 cutouts in the back of the boot here, which give you access to some bolts, and they are gold threads with 8mm nuts on. So you've got 1 there, 2 there, 3 in an awkward position, which is right in the center, 4, and then 5. And obviously you need to try and get to all of those. The 4 on the outside, 2 each side, are fairly easy because you have good access to them, but the one in the middle is really tight because you have got the boot lock in the way. I'm going to be using a through socket because that's the only way I'm going to be able to do it. My normal ratchet won't have enough depth on it to take the length of these bolts. Now I'm going to try and give you a closer look at where the bolts are. So we've got 1 here. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there it is. The second one is a bit easier for you to see. It's that one there. And then right in the middle, I think I will have to get it from this angle for you. You can see that tricky one there, which is next to the electric plug for the light. That's the hardest one, where everything is in the way. Then obviously the same on the other side, you have this one here. Let me get closer. This one here, and then this one here. So the 2 on each side are easy, it's just the one in the middle that could be difficult. I think this will be the easiest tool to do this, with these through sockets where you have a hole through the ratchet and the socket, and that's the one I need, an 8mm. So you can see it has a hole all the way through to allow for longer threads of bolts to go through without hitting the bottom of the socket or the back of the ratchet. That's what you're going to need. A normal socket won't do this. Now, if I show you why a normal socket and ratchet won't work for this, even though it has a hole through it, you will end up with the end of the screw thread hitting this part of the ratchet. So you will only have this much depth to play with, and the thread of these screws are longer. So back to this one now. You might be able to do it with spanners, but it will probably take a bit longer though, unless you have a ratchet spanner. It is quite tight up in there, and it helps to have clearance outside of the cutouts as there is not much space to move around inside. So we're going to do it with this. So I'm going to do the tricky one first. Hopefully it's in focus for you and you can see, but there's not much space for me to work with here. I'm going to use the ratchet towards the outer side of the lighting connection. You've literally got 1 click of the ratchet to work with here, so I doubt you can do it with a spanner. And now I've got it finger loose, so I can just take it out. Let's do a side one now. Okay, that one's just come undone, and now it's finger tight. Now it should be just a case of unclipping this plug somehow. So it's obviously just the bottom part that comes away. Most of it is connected to the brake light itself. Look at the replacement if you have one to make it clearer which part it is that you need to remove. And there you have it. As you can see, there is only a very small part of it accessible to unclip with your fingers, as most of it is inside the part connected to the brake light itself. Once you've unclipped it and removed all 5 nuts, it's just a case of pushing on the end of the screw threads to pop the brake light out of place. So here is the third brake light removed, and there's the crack that I've been ignoring for the past 2 years. You might as well clean up the boot where the brake lights used to be. It's a bit gunky behind there. Oh, lovely, look at that. A nice bit of undergrowth and all sorts growing underneath there. Ugh, nice. Might as well wipe down the back of the new one as well, the non-broken one, seeing as it will probably be sitting on there for a few years. Okay, here we go. Line up the bolts and pop it back in. Now, seeing as one of the bolts sheared off, I'm down to 4. So let's just put the 4 remaining on the outside screws and also plug it back in. And now to test if it works. Liked this video? Help us out by giving it a like and subscribe to the channel for more. Oh, and before you go, leave a comment if you have an idea for a future video.